Gotta love that Forza Comp logo. You ready, Hussein?
Oh yeah.
Let's get down, dirty, and kinky. Well, as you can see, welcome to the Speed World Challenge. 6 rounds, 3-lap qualifying, and 2 35 minutes race. First car up is the 2003 Audi RS6, driven by Phoenix, Apollo, Galaxy, Please Don't Eat Me, and the infamous human space program that is Robin.
Coming up next, we got the 2005 BMW M3. Drivers are gonna be Schubert, FTC Red, FTC Typhoon, FTC Sergio, and we got GTA Giraffe and GTA Junix. This car is pretty good in the corners.
Nice analogy, keep it short to the point. Next up, we've got a nice bit of American muscle with the 2002 Chevrolet Corvette Z06, driven by FTC Banana King TRR SKX and FTC Inferno Stage 1, as known as Dave.
And then we got the 2004 SVT Cobra R. Drivers TXR Send It, and we got the Root Turtle as well. Send It? You didn't see this last week? Oh my god!
Next is the 2004 Porsche 911 GT3. Beautiful little car with the fried egg headlights, driven by FTC Crow, Aaron McGrath, FTC Google Smith, and God Hydra. Bit twitchy, but if you treat it right, it will certainly perform as it has done already in this series. But as you can see, this is round 3 at Road Atlanta, the full circuit. This will be both race 1 and 2. It is a beautiful racetrack. Do it right, you'll be fast. Do it wrong, around these 12 corners, you're in trouble. 2.5 mile long stretch of asphalt that should treat us to some nice racing and to some even tighter battles here today. For the races today, both races 1 and 2, we've got 24 laps. Pit window opens at lap 4 and ends at lap 20. No virtual safety car for both from lap 21, so if they crash out, they are done for. Current driver standards, we've got TXR Send It at the top with 180 points. In second place, chasing is FTC Ren with 158. And in third place, we've got FTC Banana at 157. So the battle between second to fifth is so incredibly tight. And everyone's actually scoring quite well. Everyone's got a decent amount of points. So really, it's still anyone's game at this start in the championship, should we say. So who are you boys going to be looking up today? Who are you going to be keeping a peeled little eyeball on?
Then we go Bader again. According to Senate, he's not attending today. So that's going to shake up the championship standings.
That is going to shake things up massively. Where are we going to get our sweaty little tryhard?
Hello, Jubert.
But no, we've got a beautiful facility here. And it should treat us to some very nice. Also, I would like to say thank you to our very own That Scotty guy for making that beautifully made intro that you've just seen. We thank your hard work very much, and chat, applaud, caress and cuddle Scotty with the effort that he most certainly deserves, because he does.
Would you stop it? There's no need for all that.
You shut up and take the compliments.
Okay, you have a harder time accepting a compliment than if someone just said blow me. What the hell, man? I mean, I know the Irish are weird, but fucking hell, man. Jesus. I mean, really? No, we say
Maybe
so
I should have
much.
just accepted it.
Don't say that in prison.
Ooh.
Prison. Let's go to chat. We've got Eurobeat pre-race music from Effie's Golden Age. That's more like it. Well, Effie's, we are certainly trying. And thank Haseo for that, because he does all the music mix mastery. I am mainly hired for my rapid fire speaking.
I just figured I'd try that, and I think it's more beat up, or beat to raise the wind.
Well, it's certainly working because Effie certainly likes it, the cuddly little Belgian that he is. Juvit saying, sup, you sexy lot. Well, how about you, you sexy beast? How are you?
And Genji, why are you going ree?
I don't know. I really don't know. Armitage says, shut up and take our compliments. Yeah, Scotty, you've been told by chat now as well.
Guess I've just got to take them.
Scotty, I know you're young, but think about what you're saying, man. The amount of sexual innuendos we can make with that it's beyond not fun. Even Haseo has learned not to say stuff like that. Well, when he's not tired, because when he gets tired, that's when things get weird. Mind you, speaking of weird, if you like weirdness in the chats that me and Haseo have, and you like hearing us talk about everything other than what's happening on screen, check us out this weekend, because Haseo?
Sorry.
Norwegian! What are we doing this weekend?
Oh yes, we are doing Tura.
Oh my god. I need a massive foam finger to prod this man to Norway.
I'm sorry, I was spacing out while I was reading chat.
well, space back in again.
Sorry, Metal, chat's more important than you.
Oh!
Epis! When was it not? Sorry, Epis, but when was it not?
I am
And we
sat
have
here
to spend 12 hours with each other this weekend.
Hey, last time it was 24 hours, and me and Haseo hit the wall around about 18. So 12 hours plus a bit extra here and there. It's fine, really. It's gonna be fine. Piece of cake. Unless we're both absolutely exhausted. That's when things are gonna get funky and weird.
You better be on your best energy for that weekend, then.
Scotty, I have done a dangerous thing over this past month. I have completely cut caffeine out of my life, and I have got a pack of 4 Monster sitting in the corner for this weekend. So I'm going to go from no caffeine intake for the past month or so to 4 cans of Monster in the span of a day. Yeah, I'm going to be shaking out the teeth.
What you need are cups of tea.
Strangely enough, I don't like tea. I know, I'm a weird Brit.
Don't tell me you like coffee.
No, I'm not a fan of coffee either.
Okay, right, that's something at least.
King in chat says, Metal, you're weird all the time. I know that, and so does Haseo and Scotty. That's not news, that's just stating a fact. Effie says, that's totally healthy, Metal. I know it's totally healthy, Effie, unlike my current health, where it's completely out of the window. But that is for a private matter that I've told Haseo, so if I go suddenly quiet, he knows why, but he can't say on chat, because some of you might vomit. Mind you, I've just realised, Scotty, will you be joining us for Tora this weekend?
Yes, I am.
Start to finish, or just segments?
Start to finish, hopefully.
Yay, we have a cuddly Irishman!
Hey, more cuddles. 12 hours of cuddles. I should not have said that.
FTC After Hours, if you want to see where things get real funky, stay tuned. Inferno says, I am hungry. Well, get a cake! You know it's the FTC sponsored food here. Cake!
I apologize, I have pizza next to me.
Wait, you have pizza next to you too? So do I.
I was too lazy to make anything when I got home from buying a new car. So it's like, yeah, let's order pizza, pick it on the way home.
And
Effie
you
says,
still yet to finish it?
Send
Effie
it,
says-
you contash!
Sendit has blocked us from saying the egg and mixture cooked word. You absolute cuntash. Anyway, Effie says, anyway, I hope you two have stuff to talk about over these 12 hours. Effie, it's going to be the three of us. And plus, we better see Belgian Waffle Racing appear in the chat over those 12 hours because we love Belgian Waffle Racing here at FTC. Armitage says, burgers for me. Depends what type of burger. Artemis also says, is that an FTC OnlyFans page? Well, if you want to see me and Haseo reveal all, yeah. Actually, chat, do you want us to make an OnlyFans page? Me and Haseo will post dirty things like tailpipes and exhaust manifolds and fuse boxes, all open and revealing without their covers.
That's gonna be very spicy.
Jesus Christ, calm down, Hugh Hefner. Crow says, boo, I spoopy. Crow, you're as scary as a toddler with a lighter. Actually, now that I think about it, that's freaking terrifying. Crow, you're as terrified as a chihuahua on a cloud. There we go, that's a better analogy. Artemis says, triple cheeseburger belt. Ooh! Ooh! Mind you, Artemis, have you seen what's known as the American burger? It is a pizza with fries, a fried egg, bacon, sausages, triple cheese, a burger, and then a burger bun at the bottom. It is quite literally a heart attack, but that is how I want to go out. T says, I would rather pour bleach on my eyes than see that. Well, after you pour bleach on your eyes, then you can see it again happily. Inferno says, intake manifold. Ooh, Inferno, you dirty man. As qualifying is about to get underway, 3-lap qualifying, so we have got one, well, should we say outlap, and then 2 quick laps to see what they are capable of and put in the times. So they are away, as we've got double screening, so Scotty, change who you're watching.
Give me a moment.
Well, you have a tiny moment. And I was about to say, if you were going to both change to the same person, I would have agreed. Effa says, if only. Let's say someone has too much free time made. This week in Motorsport report, like he did for the Daytona, but sadly couldn't bring it live. Well, Effis, we'll see what you can bring live, my friend. Artemis says, yeah, nah, I like my heart working, please. Artemis, look up the American burger. Then your heart will go, I will gladly trade myself for that. Actually, whilst they are on their outlap, I'm going to see if I can find a picture of this burger. As always, in true FTC fashion, we are talking about everything but what's on the screen. But they're still just on their parade lap, so, you know. Well, not parade lap, but outlap, should I say. Cindy says, sorry,
starting lap.
Send it saying sorry to the Mustang driver for being alone today. Send it. You have hurt the Mustang community today. We hope you know that. And they are all starting their first flying lap now. Oh, and GGA Unix has already got off and spinning in true M Sport fashion.
At least they made the mistake in the first sector, not the final sector, running both laps. But Banana just went wide there at the end of the first sector, so that's going to be an invalid lap for them too.
So let's see, they're coming round. Turn 10, round turn 11, approaching turn 12. This is where we're going to see our first batch of lap times coming in thick and fast. Crow currently fastest with 128. Let's see if anyone can knock him off. No, no one could knock him off on the first flying lap. FTC Crow with the current fastest lap of 128.3. The man is flying today in that Porsche.
Google, Smurf, and Banana had a 28.1, 28 dead respectively, but they were both invalidated.
You to be dirty.
Oh, and FTC Galaxy, she has DNF'd.
Ooh, does she have internet problems today again? Oh.
I believe so. That is a...
And send it in with a prediction.
Oh, and Ren clipping the grass. On turn 7. Oof, poor Ren. And Ren did impress us at the end of last week. If you didn't see it, the VODs are up. In the Ferrari challenge, he was on the attack like a madman. And then during the mini endurance challenge, he was incredibly fast. So high hopes today, and expectations, should I say, for Ren. They're rounding turn 12 now. Let's see if anyone can beat it. FTC Banana knocks Crow off the top with a 127.9. Will anyone go faster?
Google Smurf didn't get a clean lap in, so it's going to be P8 at best for the moment.
From my timesheet, it looks like FTC Banana has taken pole position. Well done. Starting a little poll here in chat. Will Crow win today? 77, 82%, 84% say yes, 85, 86.
Hold on, it's going to keep on changing until people are done with their votes. So get your predictions in.
This is going to be a lot of pressure for him. You know that, don't you?
One way or another, we have to put the pressure on.
FTC Banana, she takes pole position. Next up, I believe, it's GTA Unix with a 128.1, and Crow nudged down to third position with a 128.3. Everyone else is in the 130s. So
no, Ren's in the 128.6 for fourth.
Ooh, I missed Ren. Nice spot.
Ahead of
Very
Phoenix
nice
in fifth with the 130.109. 1,000th behind in sixth is Sergio, 130.110. Oh, that's incredibly close there for fifth. And was very close to that too. A 130.176 gets them seventh on the grid for race one. So just 1,000th there separating Phoenix and Sergio.
Poor Sergio. The human man baby will be very upset at that.
Yeah, and Google will be upset not to get a clean lap in, meaning their best was a 130.9. They'll still put them ahead of a couple of people, but that is pretty much 8th or 9th on the grid, unfortunately for them.
Spectate. Guys, spectate. Paseo. There we go. Let's see. Crow says I can't vote. Oh, Effie says Genji on pole position. That's the first. Effie, you obviously haven't been watching some of our other series. Jubit says, hee Metal, there's something about this track that is special to me. Well, tell me what is special. Inferno says, what we voted for? Dave, we're seeing, do you think Crow will pull off another win in his Porsche? Send it says, GG banana. Oh, banana. Oh, banana. Oh, banana. If it says, well, I've been watching since the 2010 GT Championship Nürburgring round, so I wouldn't know. Wow, you really have been with us from the start. If again, you continue to be the biggest supporter, and I can't appreciate you enough. Send it says, can we ban metal singing? Send it. You're gonna have to donate so many channel points and subs to people to stop me from singing. Is that blackmail or extortion?
I know what will stop you from singing.
What?
This thing called DMCA. It's really, really nice. It ruins many streamers' hopes of playing good music on their streams.
See, that's where you're wrong, Scotty, because I sing so terribly, the algorithm doesn't pick up on me.
You're hoping.
No, I know. I have done it before in my previous streams, where I have sung copyrighted songs, and it hasn't picked up on it because I'm so out of key, it's just gone, ah!
You're just not trying then.
I don't think they really can do it if you're doing
Fucking
like
little
you're
Irishman.
singing yourself. I don't think they can do it there.
Juvit says, this was the first track I raced on with my first racer series when I joined the FTC Discord. Oh, that's nice to know, Juvit. Crow says, not if I can't rig the voting. Crow, the only thing you could possibly rig is a scaffolding for your own ego. Alex Rule says, will I DC this race too? Probably. Well, we certainly wish the best for you, hon. Inferno says, where? Send it says, lol. FS, send it, no you won't. FS, I usually hum songs when I'm happy, but usually I vibe and rave way too much. I could never imagine you raving, FS. You're so calm and lucid to rave. Infinite says Smurf or Banana for the win. I am hoping Banana can pull off a win here, but I would like to see Crow actually surprise us again. So we will certainly see. Genji, she says, Discord convo is, yeah. Okay. Jibet, Genji, don't worry, okay. His F is coming in saying, I may look and sound calm, but my mind and fantasy is a curious case. Is it a curious case of, like, Benjamin Button, or is it sort of fantastical and wondrous, like a Harry Potter novel that isn't garbage? Ah, fuck! Would help if I didn't smack my head against the wall, wouldn't it? Have I killed my two co-hosts?
I'm sorry, I'm
just
probably reading
thinking-
something else at the moment.
I'm just thinking, how have you smacked your head against a wall?
I turned my head because there was a murderous, scary sounding noise of what sounded like an electric chainsaw and someone screaming. I turned my head, my wall was there, much closer than what I remember, and it briefly met me in the forehead.
And not to alarm you, that's probably one of your pigeons in your neighborhood. Just murdering one of the residents they steal from.
Okay, my pigeons near me do not murder. They simply steal lingerie and sex aids. That's all they do.
Oh,
that's
hold
what you
on, guys.
think.
Artemis Center have done a no cursing on us for 5 minutes.
Oh, that's fine. We'll sing for 5 minutes.
Just make sure you don't bang your head against the wall metal.
You know, You know the sport leprechaun hunting? I actually think I might partake in it after this stream tonight.
Good thing I'm not a leprechaun.
Oh, I love
Irish is close enough.
I love the response though. No cursing it and go like, maybe you could just start singing and like, no.
Oh, chat, don't you want to hear me sing? And oh, Dwangus, nice to have you here in chat. Do you know that pigeons die after they have? No, I didn't. Crow says, I don't know. I have stream muted. I don't know what's happening. Crow, pull your head out of your bottom, please. If this comes back with sounds like send it, and Artemis don't appreciate good music, unlike me and Crow. Oh, there's a split. Send it says, or I will spam you on Twitter for 5 minutes. Send it, I will ruin you in the online esports thing. We will ruin your name during Tora. Try me. Oh, Dwangus. Oh, Dwangus. Dwangus, no. Bad Dwangus. I'm not reading that. If this is not weird, it's damn... That's even more perverted than I usually go in these streams. And I'm actually keeping quite PG as well, because poor Scotty hasn't been corrupted yet. Whereas I have fully corrupted Haseo, but I'm working on Scotty. That sounded wrong.
You almost get off on the wrong end and like, oh, shit. Should I say that?
Hey, you broke the cursing! Chat, decide Haseo's punishment because he broke the no cursing for 5 minutes.
Yes, I know. If you'll do the honor medal, Sting.
Ha 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 ha! Stay alive, stay alive. Robin says, "Have I won yet?" No. Are you even here? No, you're not. So.
Robin, if you're quick, you can still join the race.
Okay, when has Robin ever been quick?
He's not even in the lobby, so I wonder.
Exactly. Artemis says, just going to ignore that comment, Mel. Which one? I have said quite a few. You're going to have to refuse my rotten brain.
I mean, this stream would be very quiet if you ignored all of Metal's comments, but arguably quite a bit better.
For you piss-taking little Irishman.
And seems like we also got Typhoon here now, a little latecomer.
Oh, what do you know? He shuts up before the start of the race. Also, I highly advise if you're new here, it's going to get very loud here in a second, as it usually does. So, if you are impartial to sensitive hearing, I highly advise you turn it down just a little bit for the first 10 seconds, and then turn us right back up. Lights out, away we go here at Road Atlanta. Banana gets quite a slow start. And let's see, Crow gets a massive jump off the line, but has to go wide into T1, clipping the grass, but still stay side by side with Banana. They are trying their best. Crow's got the superior line now. He's squirreling. He's twitching. Oh, he's getting shot by Rennie, the BMW. Crow going for the dive, looking for the braking zone. Crow goes brave, he clips the sand. Here comes Red on the other side of Banana. Crow and Red are side by side. BMW versus Porsche. Crow goes brave into the brakes.
But here comes
blocking
Phoenix.
off Ren. Oh, they're still side by side. Crow makes the move stick though and manages to get into first place just by a tail feather. Here comes Banana though with the power of that vet going down the straight as Ren is powerless to do so. Will they be able to take Crow in the same straight? They're certainly going to try. Crow is brave on those brakes tonight, making them glow, making them shine. Genji being very, very brave into T11 here. She comes into T12, makes the move stick. Crow's down to second place. And Genji, or Banana should I say, she makes the move stick and up into first place, but Crow is certainly not gonna let that happen.
Oh, but he runs wide.
Oh, Crow!
One.
Crow goes into the grass! Crow completely slides off into the grass, losing multiple positions, all the way down to, I believe, 6th place.
Oof, effing chat.
Effing
Only good
chat.
saving factor is it's the first or second lap out, and he still has a lot of time to make moves.
F in chat for our poor little pigeon. That is Crowgasm.
And then we got send it in chat going, rain!
Now, first and second is pretty locked down, but third is where things get spicy. We've got FTC Ren in third, GGA Unix in fourth, Phoenix in fifth, and Crow in sixth. Nice little train here of BMW, Audi, and Porsche in respective positions. Sergio overtakes to 8th place, overtaking FTC Galaxy, who drops down to 9th. Ren looking very strong here as they approach T11.
So Galaxy had a really good end to that one, making up 3 positions in the last 4 corners, but unfortunately lost 2 of them towards the end of this lap.
That is very, very unfortunate.
But she's made a dive to try and make one of them back up, but has gone a bit too deep into turn 1 and isn't able to take 9th off Hubar.
Crow has managed to overtake Phoenix. He moves up to 5th place. Fantastic driving from Crow. Next on his radar is a little bit up the road of GGA Unix, but that distance is slowly dropping as Phoenix is trying desperately to catch back up. But one thing I have noticed about the Audi of especially Phoenix is on the straights, it is fantastically slow. It is certainly not built for the straights, which I will admit surprised me a little, because the Vet and the Mustang, I believe, are the fastest down the straights, followed by the Porsche, BMW, then the Audi last. But I will admit the Audi is fantastically slow, as we can just see Crow walking away from Phoenix, getting more than enough breathing room, as we've got a nice little battle here happening for third. GJ Unix overtaking FTC Ren for 3rd place. Very nice little move there in T10 all the way through T11. Unix is now looking to try and catch up to Google Smurf, who is already a considerable distance up the road along with Genji. But let's see if that BMW M power can do anything about it. Galaxy overtakes Jubit, making up to 9th place.
Pretty much on the grass in that corner, so I think they all need to watch out on being too straight lined and cutting the corner.
Ephes in chat saying, I think the Audi, its low speed is what you pay for all-wheel drive benefits. However, Ephes, you would think that with the weight of the Audi, it would still have the horsepower to conflict, should I say, with the other cars. So I don't think the all-wheel drive is a factor in most of the top speed conundrum.
It also depends on what tunes everyone is running, how much downforce they have on their cars. Of course, if they're running high downforce to try and carry speed through the S's, they'll struggle on this back straight. But they should hopefully prove strong on the brakes and be able to make dives such as this one that Hubert's going for, but he's made contact with Apollo, and Galaxy's got into the back of Apollo too. But Apollo's managed to keep the places due to some respect from drivers, but not just yet. I spoke too soon as that's Hubert in the outside tire wall at the final corner. Oh!
And we just
Poor
caught that
Hubert.
on the secondary camera and the main camera being in chase
Poor
cam.
Hubert.
It was
dropping
Hubert.
down to last place.
Then
There
we go
is
to
still
battle
a
of the Albis.
fierce
It's
There's still a
Galaxy and
fierce-
Apollo.
There is still a fierce battle happening for first place here between Banana and Google. American versus Germany. Corvette versus Porsche. I do believe, though, that in the chat we did guess the top two drivers here are Banana and Google, but that Corvette has so much straight line speed on the Porsche that it just gives Genji the breathing room that she needs to avoid being caught up by that monstrously good handling Porsche of Google's. Let's see if there's anything down the grid, shall we? Closest next battle to that is between Agile Apollo, GT Giraffe, and Root Turtle. Would like to also state we're on lap 6 out of 24, so the pit window is now open for our drivers. A couple of laps ago
Ooh.
from lap 4.
Galaxy's just hit the wall at the final corner too. That will
Oh.
claiming 2 victims so far this race. We've still got plenty of laps to do, and it's a tricky corner, so I wonder if we'll see any more.
We're gonna see a lot more people. How will you guess if Crow's gonna die there? Since he did the last time we did Road Atlanta, he died in that corner.
And he's under pressure at
Mind
the
you,
moment
Scotty,
from
you are
Ren.
Mind you, Scotty, you are the fastest driver out of the three of us here. How do you think these drivers will preferably be attacking that corner? Early braking and accelerating out through the bend, or braking through the corner?
Well, ideally, you've got start finish straight afterwards, so you want to try and carry more speed out of it, so you probably brake earlier and then try and get on the throttle earlier, but that's not... Depends on the cars too. Of course, the Audi's all-wheel drive, so you'll certainly have to focus on that, whereas the Porsche having that rear engine bias, weight bias, might have to do something different. Meanwhile, Crow dives in to make his pit stop.
So, theoretically then, if you were either Genji in the Corvette or Google in the Porsche, would you hug the right-hand curb, or would you hug the left-hand tyre wall to attack that corner at maximum speed?
I think I will try to stay to the right and not try to go for time roll, because if you just have too much speed, and
Oh!
it's contact with the Turtle and Apollo!
Apollo going completely sideways as Dave makes a cheeky double overtake up into 9th place. Nice move, Dave!
Hubert, you did die!
We all saw it, Hubert. We all saw it.
Okay, stop saying his name like he's French. He's not. He's English. It's Jubert.
Hubert!
Everyone says Jubert. It's Jubert.
Except...
Alright, Metal.
What the hell was that? Were you
That was me
having
trying a terrible French accent.
Oh, and Dave messed up
Oh.
with the capitalized momentum and just losing the 2 positions he did gain.
Oh, Dave. Dave, you had it, and then you threw it away. So, well done, Dave. By the way, Scotty, we don't impersonate the French
we
here.
got a
unless you
battle
go,
between
oh,
key
would you like a
comrades.
little croissant?
We got a battle between Typhoon and Sergio in the empowered BMW.
Wow! And Typhoon goes flying past Sergio as Sergio heavily overestimates the braking zone for T1, keeping it nice and safe. Although Typhoon is looking squirrely, massively avoids hitting the tire wall as here comes Sergio. Sergio, be brave, man. Oh, and they both get squirrely. Now, this is where the true fun begins, as we have already got some back markers approaching our leaders. Next closest battle is between Rude Turtle and Infernus. Infernus trying to catch up in the vet to Rude Turtle, the only person rocking that Mustang today. He's all on his own for the Mustang clan today. Although, I would like to say, it's nice to see all 5 cars on track for once. You know, everyone's at least chosen something. It's not, oh, everyone's chosen either this or this, and all 3 of these have been ignored. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a fairly reasonable balance of cars throughout the field. The Ford and Mustang are the same thing, aren't they not?
Yeah, they are, Scotty. I think you were trying to say the Ford and the Corvette.
Ford and Corvette, yes. Not as strong as
Then
Rude
we got the
Turtle slips to
leaders
the inside.
passing Galaxy and Jubert.
Oh, but Jubert is going to cause massive issues for Banana here.
They don't want to just simply move over and let the leaders pass because they're in their own battle.
Jubert, just move over, but keep your foot planted, man. Jubert, move over! Oh, and Google being very brave with the brakes. Galaxy overcooking the brakes and goes too deep into the corner. That gives Jubert some breathing room. Google is sticking onto the rear of Banana. It's obvious they are only going to pit when Banana pits now.
FS, when have the FH4 servers ever been reasonable?
No, Scotty. The servers now make the servers before look like Horizon 3 servers. It's bad.
Wow.
Because
I didn't think it could get that much worse.
No, because instead of, let's see, installing more servers, Playground thought, oh yeah, we're just going to use our same existing rubbish servers and then dump a load of Steam players on there as well. Because obviously they were coping fine with the console players. Also, I would like to state how stupid the Steam version is. Would you like to hear why, Scotty and Haseo?
Why?
Yes, please do tell.
Now, you buy a game on Steam, and usually you just play the game, correct?
Yes.
No! Now, as you know, Horizon 4 is already on the Microsoft Store. You can download it and bring your progress from your console onto your PC. Yeah?
Yes, I've done said thing.
Yeah. Scotty, see if you can see the logic in this. Playground said it is too hard to transfer your progress from console to PC, even though they've already done it with the Microsoft Store version, but that's beside the point. Work this out, Scotty. Are you ready for this, genius?
It's Forza. Go ahead.
When you fire up the Steam edition of Horizon 4, you need to log in with a Microsoft account before you can play it.
I'm not surprised.
So you have to log in with the Microsoft account, but you can't transfer your progress over to the Steam edition, even though the Steam edition is, let's be real, practically the same as the Windows Store edition, only that you've got it from a different place.
I mean, people will say that Steam is better than the Microsoft Store, which, yes, I've got to agree. I use Steam for pretty much everything but Forza.
That's due to the nature of where it got released first.
I mean, to be fair, they're not the only ones. GTA. But even GTA had a period where you could transfer your account and then took it away.
Yeah, but
I don't know what's worse.
No, they have brought that back. They have brought that back.
Have they?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, they've not technically brought it back. What you have to do is, you know, your Rockstar account.
Yeah.
Everything's tied with that now. So if you sign into that, and it will transfer it that way. It does take longer when firing up the game because obviously it's like multi-platform sync, but they actually have brought that back. So you know.
Well then, Forza, stupid as always.
Because I will admit I did get annoyed as Google is trying to overtake for the lead here. But Banana has much more of that straight line power.
Hey, Aaron.
But would you like to hear my little conspiracy theory, chaps?
Oof, that's
Go
also
on.
a great one, McGrath.
My conspiracy theory is this. As we all know, Motorsport 7 is getting on a bit, and we're all eagerly anticipating the next Motorsport, correct?
We are indeed.
Now, there's an era that makes no difference. Nearly been a year since we saw that teaser trailer for Motorsport, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have got a conspiracy theory about Motorsport and why it's delayed. Now, if you think about it like this, obviously it's been, what, about 6 months now since the launch of the Series X?
Hold on a sec, would you like to tell us Google Smurf has just taken the lead from Banana, but Banana's back through the S's?
They will get them on the straight. The power will simply come into play.
Both are using as much of the outside curb of the S's as they possibly could, getting right up to the gravel as they're coming up to the back straight now.
Aaron McGrath says, don't you just love the internet dying? I might be back in action now. Oh, poor Aaron McGrath. But, yeah. It's been about 6 months since the launch of the Series X, give or take.
Has it
6
been
months.
that far?
Now, here is my conspiracy theory with the next Motorsport. Now, as you both know, it will only be next-gen compatible, yeah? Because of all the new engine physics, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
My conspiracy theory is this. I personally believe they are holding off the release because they know if they release the game, because the problem is they didn't expect the scalping situation, you know, with the consoles, to be this bad. So if they release a game that is next gen only and no one can get their hands on a console because they don't obviously want to pay double for, you know, from a scalper. I mean, I don't think even you would want to pay double from a scalper, would you?
Not when I have this PC.
Exactly. But say you were in the market for a next-gen console, you wouldn't want to pay double for something that you know is like X amount. Yeah?
Yeah, I'd just wait until I could get at the normal price.
That is what everyone's doing. So my theory comes into play where they are just holding off on the release until there is enough like registered active users on next-gen systems so that when the game releases, they have got a good, healthy player base to capitalize off.
That could be the case, but I could also see it slightly backfiring as, hold on a sec, Ren's just gone to the back of Crow at turn 5. He's not taking advantage of it, but it's allowed Ray Turtle to get a run, and he's gonna get Crow going into turn 6, Crow holding the inside. and keeps the position. But Ren's going to get that overtake done on Rude Turtle done again. But Rude Turtle not getting a good exit out of turn 7 onto the back straight, and Ren is just going to drive on by.
Rude Turtle should have the power!
Doesn't seem to be that way.
Although Sandy is predicting Forza Horizon 5 will be by the end of this year, I don't think so.
Send it. I personally do not believe that in any stretch of the imagination, because Playground have got so much flack for how broken Horizon 4 is. If they release Horizon 5 on both Xbox One and Xbox Series X, that will be the end of the Horizon franchise. I'm telling you that now. Because Ubisoft have, well, unofficially said they're working on the Crew 3. You've got EA now buying Codemasters. So they've got all the new F1 titles, and you've got a new Need for Speed in the works for 2022. And don't forget, you've got that legendary name coming back of Test Drive Unlimited, or Test Drive Solar Crown, as it's now called, that is being made by the WRC team.
And
so
Rude Turtle went sideways after he S's, allowing Ren to finally get past. Now you got Dave up is behind in the bed, which is gonna hurt him in the straight.
As we currently have Google Smurf in the pits.
Ooh, and Galaxy DNF. We have
F in
DNF
chat.
from Galaxy.
F in chat for Galaxy. Poor internet.
Then says, oh boy. Send it.
Yeah, but as you were saying there about FM7 and 8, when it eventually comes out, I think if they wait too long, they'll start losing players or go over to other games, such as Assault Corsa. So it could be a double-edged sword.
Yeah, but then again, Scotty, even on the Series X, Assetto Corsa, especially Competizione, is very unoptimized for consoles right now. You know, obviously, hopefully in the future they aim to fix that, but as it stands right now, it is still very PC oriented. So Forza is like one of the better bets for console players on Xbox for like sim racing at the moment. If they actually make the game like mostly bug free with tons of features, tons of good cars, and reliable servers at launch with a bit of extra weight,
reach the potential that the game has at the moment.
Yeah. If they actually do that by launch, or even 90% of that, they will have an instant hit on their hands.
Absolutely. Same with Horizon. Because that game has so much potential with features, or even just combining current features in the game, that they just don't decide, nah, we'll not bother working, combining the Super 7 creator and the rig creator, we'll not bother.
Scotty, there's one difference between the Horizon series at the moment and the Motorsport series, and that is attention to detail. Don't get me wrong. The Horizon franchise is perfectly detailed, but it's just the abject laziness that is not pandemic based, if you know what I mean. Like, take for example, you know the Razor Tachyon that's being added in the next season of Horizon?
Yeah.
The developer said, and I quote, "We actually had to record the noise of this car because nothing else sounds like it." Now, I'm sorry, but I hate to be one of those people, but when you add a car, isn't it your job to record the noise? Like, obviously, there are, like, cars that share the exact same engine, like for example, the Huracan and the Audi R8. You know, to a degree, you can get away with it.
Yeah.
But some of the sounds, as we all know, like all the McLarens in Horizon 4 sound the same. They do not sound the same in real life.
They all probably have either different engine tuning, exhaust systems.
I mean, even the sounds in Motorsport 7 are much more accurate than Horizon, and that's what annoys me. Because they've got the data, they won't use it. And it's like, oh, we actually had to record a noise, and it's like, get off your ass and actually make the game well.
Yeah, there's so many things the Horizon could do better. You can tell it's like, oh, here's the rig creator. It's pretty much as bare bones as a rig creator can get.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't give two monkeys about the Super 7. I would have much preferred if they added those goddamn props to Root Creator.
Oh, yeah, certainly.
You know, Super 7, you can't play it multiplayer, so you can't have a laugh.
Mm-hmm.
It's so limited with what you can do, and there's no incentive to play it again. Like the stupid Eliminator. The only reason to play that is to get like the Mercury Cougar and the pre-order Porsche. But apart from that, once you got it, it's like, oh, I'm never gonna play this again.
I never even touched it in the first place. And the only reason why I touched the Super 7 creator was to say, oh, could I make this like idea of actually like trying to build up an actual rallycross track? I ran out of props, storage, memory, before I was happy with it. And so I went back to GTA.
We're doing wonderful brand work for Forza. Turn 10, please sponsor FTC Racing. We love your games.
Meanwhile, Infernus has got a bit out of shape in the S's, and Phoenix has got right onto the back of them and is looking to the outside of turn 6. And Infernus lifts for the corner, letting them go on by.
And what is sounded going on about Chris did confirm on Twitter for something?
What?
In chat.
Chris did confirm on Twitter he will be. Yes, send it. He will be on Forza Monthly, but that's just for more bare bones teaser and quote unquote where they are right now. Send it. I hate to say this, but if we were gonna be teased anything, we would have been teased something a bit while ago than this. Because don't forget, Playground started teasing Horizon 4 roughly November. Then the following year at E3 they released the trailer, and then in the September they released the game. We have had nothing but that 30-second teaser with 2 cars, mind you, just the Apollo IE and the BAC Mono. Just 2 cars, that's it, in a teaser, with some posters and some very pretty light reflections. But apart from that, we weren't really given anything. We only saw 1 track, 2 cars, and like some sort of retro garage and workspace.
We barely even saw a track. We pretty much seen 2 corners of said track.
I say track loosely.
Yeah, and to be honest, they could tease us with anything. I won't believe it's good or worthy until it's actually released.
Over. Seems like. Ooh.
Banana's just coming.
Yeah, just
coming off the
pit
pit.
stop in the final lap, which means they're gonna have Google right on their tail.
They've got a 1 second gap as they head through the S's now. But as Banana warms up those tires and gets back into the rhythm, that's dropped down to 0.6 of a second, heading towards turn 6 now.
As they actually are lapping. Banana is currently the fastest lap holder of this race so far, a 126.8. Very impressive stuff from the young woman here today, as we're on lap 21 out of 24. Send it. I hate to break this to you, bud, but they were already a year behind before COVID happened, so I'm going to say that is a big load of shit from Turn 10's excuse. They are basically using COVID as, well, an scapegoat, really. Because
I'll judge them when the game actually releases and we see how good and or bad it is.
Because when you think, before COVID, there were already 3 years after the death of Motorsport 7. So, by the time this game releases on the time schedule which we're believing so, this means we would have gone, as near as makes no difference, 5 years without a motorsport game.
30% is still not a lot. In a game like this,
Okay,
totally find things to
send
fix.
it. 30% in 3 years.
Hold on a
sorry.
sec. Hold on, we've got Google going around the outside of Banana into turn 6. Now it comes down to, you can get the better exit out of turn 7 down the back straight.
Google hasn't got the speed though. Banana is gonna be foot to the floor. Here comes that distance dropping.
Google seem to have got a good exit and the gap hasn't dropped too much.
Here goes the lead as well, gaining both on Router and Apollo, while they're battling for the lead as well. They can see the two people fighting for 12th and 11th in their view. So this is gonna shake up who's gonna
Banana
win.
gets drifty! Banana got drifty out of turn 12, trying to desperately catch Google. FTC in chat saying send it, but how much time has been invested to get to 30%? Now, send it. My argument is this. CD Projekt Red spent 7 years on Cyberpunk building a game from the ground up. I know people are going to yell at me for this, but Forza is a very copy and paste game from title to title, with some upscaling and a couple of new model renders here and there. So when you consider, like, they're not building it from the ground up, are they? Like, obviously there's a new physics engine and stuff like that, but when it comes to the graphics and stuff like that, they already have the 4K modelings of like over 900 cars. All they have to do is dump it into the new engine and boom, done. It shouldn't take 5 years.
Here comes Google Smurf passing Apollo into the chicane. Oh, and Banana was
Banana
going
is
to dive.
nudging the rear. Apollo cuts off Banana. No!
Banana gets behind Router in the final corner. And I'm going on sideways.
Woo! We're on the final lap here of race 1 at Road Atlanta. Google Smith is looking strong for a win here, unless they make a drastic error.
Yeah, the traffic has certainly worked in their favour between Apollo and Root Turtle. Root Turtle getting the better of that battle and is still ahead of Banana as they go through the S's, running a little bit wide, and that just holds Banana up even more. Now there's a 1.5 second gap as they come through turn 5. Banana getting squarely on the curb.
And you can see Banana just trying to push as hard as possible to try and catch Google.
It seems like it's all over for Banana. They're going to have to settle for second place as Google heading down the back straight now.
Google is looking super strong for a win here. Only 3 more corners left to go for the young driver, and well, unless they make a serious error at this chicane, the win is theirs. Root Turtle makes a last-minute overtake to Agile Apollo for 11th place. We still have 2 DNFs so far of Jubert and FTC Galaxy.
That means Google's the winner. And of course, you're going to get arguments in it if you know more but can't release it. You're going to get counter arguments that's going to piss you off. Sorry.
It will piss us off, however, Haseo, I can counteract his Pokemon attack with my own, saying, I am friends with multiple developers in my own time, and even they say they are so far behind because of rubbish decisions being made by the team.
This battle for 11th is getting interesting, is of course Turtle and Apollo are having to navigate the finished AI cars of Google, Smurf and Banana as they head down the back straight. Now I'm not too sure what the end of race timer is exactly, if they'll make it to the end of the lap. But Google Smurf is just ahead of them as they're coming up towards the chicane. 0.3 of a second separates the two. Into the braking zone. Turtle looking to the inside of Google's AI car, trying to make the move. Google's car getting hit. It's spinning Turtle, and that's allowed Apollo through to take P11. How unfortunate for
got
Turtle.
Completely destroyed by Google's AI.
Uh-oh, I think people pissed off Sendit.
Well, it won't be the first time Sendit's been annoyed. But, okay, send it, calm down. It's just a discussion, okay? It's a discussion. I will admit, in fairness, you did very, very well.
Well, would you like to take us through the results medal?
Of course, my little Irish friend. Google Smurf takes the win very impressively, I might add. And they had a clean lap, unlike in second place, with FTC Banana in second, GTA Unix in a surprising third. Very well done, Unix. Crow in fourth, Ren in fifth, Phoenix sixth, Typhoon seventh, GTA Giraffe in a firm eighth, Sergio in ninth in the top 10. In fairness, in 10th are 2 photographers in the top 10. What is this? Apollo in 11th, just outside the top 10. And Root Turtle got absolutely slaughtered by Google's AI and finished in 12th with 2 DNFs of Galaxy and Jubert. Also, I will say this. For those of you who don't know or aren't in the FTC Discord already, Haseo, what the hell is happening to that BMW? Haseo, what's happening to that car?
Ask Ren.
I will admit, FS, credit where credit's due, it's nice that they do add content, but it's sort of the devil's advocate thing. They're adding content to a broken game where you can't enjoy the content properly because it's sort of half done. So,
yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I am super happy with what they've added. At this point in the game's life cycle, I would be perfectly happy if they did what Motorsport 7 did and fixed the servers so that they're mostly functional and gave us private lobbies.
Oh, that would be a blessing. Private free roam lobbies where we can set day of time, weather, traffic.
I wouldn't
Oh
mind.
my
I
gosh.
even came up with a system because remember in Horizon 3 how it'd say like you are about to start an online free roam session and you press join.
Hmm.
I thought to myself, you could have Horizon Life. You know how it goes through week by week, like summer, autumn, spring, winter, so on and so forth.
Select what season you want.
Yeah, when you start up a private lobby, select the season. Obviously, it will stay that season, but you
Mhm.
can load that season for that lobby.
Yeah,
That would be so much nicer.
it'd be so nice to be able to load the season, to be able to set the time of day and whether it's locked at that same time of day so you don't have nighttime if you're trying to record videos because that just doesn't really work. It'd be nice to turn traffic off because there's so many more things you could do without it. For example, the rallycross we did a few weeks ago.
Agreed.
That is one of the parts of the game that has so much potential that I don't think would be too hard to implement. Of course, I'm not a developer, so don't take my word for it. Yet, they don't, of course, they don't act on it.
Well, Scotty, I hate to be one of those people, but the feature for traffic is already there in photo mode. So obviously they have, some sort of coding for the traffic that separates it from the players. So you could just sort of build on that if I'm not too dumbing it down, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I would also like to point out in the standings, I don't know if Hazio has it ready to pull up, but Banana and Giggle Smurf are tied on points at the moment,
Oh
on
my
202 points. In third place, we have Ren, who is a single point ahead of Crow. So we have two extremely close battles for first and third in the standings. And at the same time, Rude Turtle and Giraffe are tied for 10th, with Infernus only 4 points behind them. It is really close in the championship at the moment. And with this reverse grid race, anything can happen.
Going back to chat, Effie says, I wish EA would take notice and stop making stupid decisions, cough, delaying Need for Speed 2021 because of Battlefield 6. Well, I hate to say it, Effie's Battlefield games are sort of made well. Need for Speed games, not so much. Let's see. Inferno says, hope I start the race better this time. Yeah, Dave. Shouldn't Dave be starting third on the grid? I believe.
We had 14 people, so it'll be the top 7 that are.
Furnace will start. Oh yeah, 50%. So it's Typhoon most likely starting on pole.
Yeah, it'll be
Ooh.
Typhoon on pole with Phoenix in second.
Crow says he missed where he was in the standings, Scotty.
Well, then look in the Discord channel for the standings.
You know pigeons can't type. Galaxy, she says, yeah, I'm sadly out for this race. Going to yell at the parents to get a better internet situation. Well, we certainly hope you resolve your issues, Galaxy, because we do miss you in these races. Crow says, oh, that means I have to put effort in. Oh, he's so emo. Oh, he has to put effort in. Grow up, Crow.
Sometimes you just gotta put effort into things. What can I say?
F is saying, fair point, Metal, but I'm genuinely livid with how EA is mismanaging the Need for Speed games. Ghost was finally on the right track with Heat and then got robbed twice. F, I hate to say this, but that should not be your worry at this point. Your worry should be the F1 games that are going to be turned into a live service. And that's not me speculating. EA have said themselves they are going to turn the F1 games into a live service. So that means if you want to buy Lewis Hamilton to drive as him, it's probably going to cost you 30 freaking quid. You can tell I keep up to date, can't you, children?
Yeah.
Okay, that hurt, Haseo, that hurt.
You keep him on this more than I do.
You know why, Haseo? Because I don't have a life.
And I have too much shit to
Shut
get
up,
going
Scotty.
on.
No, in fairness, the only reason I know so much about this is because one of my close friends, as soon as there's any gaming news, they insist on sending it to me. Whether I care or not, they send it to me, and every day I get about 16 different messages from them.
And you
Half of
tend
it
to read
interesting.
them.
Wait, what? I can't what?
You tend to read them, I can tell.
Yes, I do, because, well, it pings through, and then curiosity goes, oh, maybe I might miss something. And sometimes it is interesting. However, Haseo, get ready with that little multimedia button of yours, and you'll know which one as soon as I say it. Whilst we are in the intermission, I don't know if they're watching or going to be watching on the VOD, but big thank you to Forza Comp GG for actually helping us get noticed during this month's Forza Monthly with the esports racing segment with Alitac. Big thank you to them. They showcased our Enable Net Cup Focus RS and the Diablo GTR Championships with the winners, highlights, and segments from them. So thank you again to Forza Comp GG for actually working with us and being the amazing people that they are. Not gonna lie, Haseo, I thought this is where you're gonna do the little Forza Comp GG animation, but we'll glide past that. Galaxy says, anyone here played Breakpoint? Rarely. There we go. There's the wonderful little logo.
Sorry, I was spacing out. I was reading something else while you were talking to chat.
He was being memorized by the championship standings.
Sorry,
I'm
no,
gonna
everything
have
is
to get
completely
Haseo
different.
You know the little shock collars you get your pets when they're misbehaving? I'm gonna have to get an gonna have to get an internet-powered one of them for Haseo, so that every time he drifts, I just go yeah, and he's like ah.
Even though you didn't mention me, I'm still gonna say no.
And could you imagine me and Haseo with each other's electric dog collars just shocking each other?
Ooh.
We won't get anything done.
Maybe it'd help for the Tour Enduros.
Don't suggest that, Scotty.
You're the one that suggested it first.
I suggested it for casual.
What's not to say you also meant to include the Tour Enduros?
Well, I didn't at first, but now the people watching are going to want to see it. Also, Scotty, I highly advise you change something on that paint job of your McLaren 720S, because that thing is cursed when it comes to the curbs. Speaking of curbs, what the hell happened at Mugello where you spun on the straight twice?
That was the curb on the final corner.
The final corner, you mean?
Yes, the final corner where you were.
It was the curb. It was the
Yeah,
curb.
what's the outside exit curb?
Okay, not gonna lie here, Scotty. You're the only person who had problem with it.
No.
Twice, I might add.
No. Sendit also had the problem. He had the same problem with the
Sendit
curbs
didn't go
as...
pirouetting into a wall.
Because we didn't see it on camera!
Shush!
We're gonna argue with this all day, aren't we?
A little bit, yes. We're seconds away from the obligatory words, so turn down your volumes. I'm gonna be loud again. Not a word, Scotty. Not a word. Ow!
Deserved.
Shut up. Lights out and away we go here at Road Atlanta, where everyone gets quite an impressive start as Crow is not caught sleeping on the line this time and makes a beautiful lunge on the inside of Phoenix, nudging Phoenix just on the brink of the grass. But Crow makes an early command up to first place with Typhoon very close in tow.
Can I just say, Google Smurf has done a brilliant job in both races, getting that Porsche off the line, making up multiple positions both times. Currently, they're up into fourth, looking to the inside of Ren for third, as Banana's going to the outside. It's 3 wide into turn 6.
When Agile Apollo's had a problem, they've dropped down to 11th.
They're still trying to go 3 wide out of turn 7 now. Google Smurf has got third. Baren and Banana are still fighting with Phoenix, I believe. That is for P4.
Banana has the speed though, and they are trying to catch Google as they want revenge. Whoa, and Google goes way too deep on the brakes, smacking into the rear of Typhoon, clipping the grass, sending Ren into the grass. Banana makes the overtake into third place. DJ Unix up into fourth. Phoenix goes 7-7 with Google on the final corner.
And Crow is making a break for it out in front as Banana and Typhoon fight for second, and Google Smurf gets fifth.
Banana currently in second as Crow is doing their best to run away, but Typhoon is on the hot heels of Banana, going sideways in the BMW. Whoa! Someone went off. Who went off?
I
I believe that was Giraffe.
It's quite possible.
It's Giraffe. They went cavaliering into the wall and they just got slingshotted by the crowd.
F8 versus front
F8,
back.
if you want a good tip from a friend, put Supercross 4 back, Hot Pursuit 4 can put on the back burner. I highly suggest you invest in Dirt 5. It is very, very good, lots of content. And Ren clipping the grass, in fairness, in the grass. Wait, I think we have a safety car.
Yeah, that's going to be a virtual safety car. As we had multiple cars sideways, or a couple of cars sideways on the back straight, and it's just over the crest, so no one saw it, and people just piled in, adding to the accident. Those involved include Ren, Apollo, Infernus.
I'm sorry, I've just realised what it says on the rear of Crow's car. It says, "For Photography Central, a better tomorrow." What kind of hippie?
Keep in mind, it was Typhoon who made delivery.
Still.
It also says on the side.
What kind of hippie, hipster, 80s, yeah man thing is that? Looks like we will be on a virtual safety car lap for, I think, the remainder of this lap and possibly the next.
I'd say till the end of this lap is Ren and Infernus are side by side on my screen coming out of the pits.
What's going on in the
having
pits?
an argument over who should come out first, and Ren is off into an argument.
Pit shenanigans!
Also, don't forget, if you see any clips that you like during this stream, clip it all you want, as we are working with Forza Comp GT to make a little montage of all the best parts that you see during these streams. So if you see something you find funny, hear funny, see funny, good racing, clip it, send us the link in the Discord, and we will make that happen.
Whoever is racing, make sure to save the replays and share them.
Yeah, I'm interested to find out what caused that instant on the back straight, because it started with the sort of front pack of the midfield, and then obviously the cars further down had to go through the incident, and it caused issues. But we've got Ren catching up to the back of the field now as we get ready to go green, I assume.
We should be going green.
This is gonna be interesting
As
though.
Crow is holding up Banana.
And there they're off!
They're off! Back to full race pace, and Genji's going to be going for that deal. Whoa! As Unix goes for a very tight overtake, can't make it happen, and that allowed Google to re-overtake Genji for second, and Sergio overtakes Apollo for 11th. Yes, Ephes, we want our fun fact of the day. The Leprechaun needs his gold.
As it like Google's made them a move on Banana in the SS is now up in second behind Crow.
Crow has a good opportunity to get a good gap on Ren in the standings. He's 1 point behind Ren going into this race, but with Ren down in 13th at the moment, he can make up a lot of points. As they're currently trying to go 3 wide in the mid-pack. As we've got a car sideways. Can't quite tell who that is, it's so crammed back here in the midfield. But Rude Turtle now leading this midfield pack for P7 ahead of Aaron. As Ren has managed to find his way up into P9.
And Google for overtaking Crow into turn 1. Now Banana's well in attack in the SS.
Google is slowly eking out a lead, but Crow is doing their best to catch up. Phoenix is in the pits as the pit window is open. Ephes in the chat says, here's your fun fact of the day. Porsche hates the Singer ACS. They recently filed a complaint, brackets unknown reasoning, to which Singer had to remove the car from their website and Facebook. They have to remove all the Porsche lettering of the car before they can put it on the internet again.
Oh, they got 3-1 towards chicane in for the lead. Google inside, Crow in the middle, and Banana outside.
Banana gets off on that the worst. Google keeps the lead for now.
This is allowing Typhoon to catch up to the pack again.
As Ruturtle made a mistake going into the turn 10 chicane, lost 2 positions and is fending off Draft, trying not to lose his third. He went in tight into turn 1 and Draft is looking for the cutback as they're going side by side into the S's. Draft gets the inside and takes the position.
Oh, Banana is trying their best to try and overtake Crow.
There goes Typhoon and Unix right behind as well, putting pressure on. Unix makes a move with Typhoon, but then it's going inside of Crow.
This is a tight 4-way battle for second place here. And also it's nice to see the BMWs actually putting up a show here today.
It is. when Banana's finally, still ahead of the two behind, but still not have Crow in the straight before the chicane, and Unique's got a pretty good launch into after turn 9, going into the chicane now in a moment. Oh, Typhoon's looking for a switchback. Is not getting the space to do it. And seems like you're losing a little speed of the exit. It seems like here on secondary monitor, Dave is struggling a little bit as he's battling with Router, Apollo, and somebody else.
Apollo, it is Sergio. He's going side by side with through the final corner as he was held up a little bit by Root Turtle and Apollo.
Dave went
Oh,
wide
in
into
fairness,
turn
made a
1.
mistake! The battle of the four photographers, and Sergio is currently standing tall and proud.
I think we threw the commentator's curse on Dave.
Is that really a bad thing, though?
Oof.
Don't oof me. There's a battle happening for 10th place, though, as Agile Apollo is under massive pressure from Root Turtle. Root Turtle finding the groove finally in that Mustang as Apollo goes into the grass. Root Turtle going on the inside, forcing Apollo even more onto the grass. Root Turtle, put your foot down!
Yeah, Apollo getting out wide there. Got fortunate to be in the Audi with the all-wheel drive, doesn't suffer too much. Is in the slipstream now. This is where he got the pass done 1 lap ago to get ahead of Root Turtle. Turtle moving over to defend. Apollo thinking better of it, but Turtle's gone in too deep, got the brakes locked, and is going to fall down to 13th behind Sergio and Infernus as well.
Thank you for the bonus facts. We did notice you were not with us on Saturday. And he says, I have the habit of shouting at traffic when I'm driving anytime some wanker does something stupid.
Okay, I appreciate the British slang there for the insult. Also, it's not a habit, FS, it's just called road rage. We all have it. Mostly it's cyclists.
Everybody gets road rage.
Okay, Hasio, what happened on your way home from work today?
Yes, Haseo's a very happy boy. Oh, look at Haseo blushing. Haseo, don't go on channels now, you cunt.
Oh my god, Banana gets it moved on in straight on the Crow. Crow's maybe looking for an overtake back in the chicane. Oh, and Banana goes sideways up. Oh, but Crow lost out despite Banana losing up. But now Macy's going towards turn 1, but Crow loses back end into final turn 12.
Oh. By the way, Haseo, you're not off the hook. Tell the ladies and gentlemen what happened today.
Oof, on what again?
With you, driving home, today.
Nothing specifically.
Are you really gonna make me tell them why you're happy? Do you really want me to do that?
Oh, you're talking about why I'm happy.
Metal, were you here earlier in the stream? He already mentioned it, I'm pretty sure.
No.
No.
I thought you mentioned it right at the start of the stream.
No.
No,
Well, maybe that's
I'm
before
going to
it
mention
started.
it now. But I'm going to mention it now. The reason why Haseo is such a happy little boy is because he traded up his car today. He's got a brand new ocean blue Lexus. Okay, it's new to you. Oh my god, he stopped talking. He's got a brand new ocean blue Lexus. It's all fresh. It's like, oh, mamacita, it's nice. And he's finally away, hopefully, from the 1 litre brigade that he was rocking. So Haseo's a very, very happy little chap today.
And went from a station
Meanwhile,
wagon
Sergio-
to an said saloon.
Ephes, if you watched the stream on Saturday, we said, where's Ephes? We miss him.
Ephes, we did know this. I just don't think we did talk about it during the stream.
Oh no, we did, because don't you remember, the chat was absolutely dead.
Yes. So we did miss our little fun fact giver of the day, Ephes.
Let's go up to third place with Crow, who is under immense pressure from GGA Unix, who is looking for another podium. Crow is getting twitchy with the rear of that Porsche. Whatever he's done to it has ruined the car.
The weight distribution of the Porsche helps it with the traction, especially off the line as we've seen from Google, but it can make a bit of a pendulum, especially through the S's.
Which it is showcasing here. Wrong lap, 11 of 24 here on race 2 at Road Atlanta. Currently, the fastest lap of the race is held by FTC Banana, who holds a 126.7, but the leader of the race is FTC Google Smurf, and quite a commanding lead, I might add. So we're gonna have to wait and see if Google can pull off another victory here today.
And he also got McGrath in the race as well, finally, after being not there for the first part, due to having internet issues.
So let's see here. Crow is still under immense pressure from GGA Unix as that BMW gets a little bit slidey. So let's see. Oh, Unix is trying to overtake Crow on the start-finish straight. Crow's got the inside line.
But there we go, the switchback potentially. But the grunt of the Porsche out of the corners.
It's that low-end grunt of the torque, especially of that heavy engine pressing over those rear wheels that
Here we
just
can
helps
see the
that
BMW
Porsche.
showing the grip in the S's.
Come on, Crow, get a podium, my dude. As Root Turtle overtakes GGA Giraffe as they're currently in the pits. Okay, Ephes, you need to really say, you've got a friend to enjoy blowing up expensive things, not blowing, because that means a different thing here in the UK. Just gonna put that out there.
And there goes Unix diving for the pits, trying to get a breather.
It looks like they're gonna try and go for an undercut on Crow, to where hopefully Crow is slow enough on this lap to where he next pits and Unix will then come out ahead of him as Crow leaves the pits.
Well, we'll see if that strategy is going to work or not when Crow is going for the pits. I think a lot of people has not come to the pits yet either, as we're halfway through the race. So a lot
If
of
Unix
people
wants to
now.
make this undercut work, he's going to need to put in some quick laps, in which he's going to need some clear space ahead of him, of which he is 3 seconds worth, until he will catch up to Rude Turtle, who is only half a second behind Dave at the moment.
We are seeing some impressive racing chops from most of our drivers here today. It's very nice and refreshing, should I say, to see. FTC Typhoon overtakes Phoenix for 10th place.
Yes, Typhoon's been chasing Phoenix now for quite a few laps.
But Typhoon is still being chased by Phoenix, but as always, that Audi does not have the straight line speed of any of these cars here today.
I think Atlanta is just not the track for the Audi due to all the straights.
As you were talking about how well everyone is driving Metal, Dave got a bit of out of shape through turns 6 and 7 and gifted a spot to Rude Turtle and is now having to defend from Jubber, who goes around the outside of him through turn 11.
That is the Unix.
A little slide through the final corner, so Dave picks the position back up and slots into P7.
God,
Still yet
that's
to be
Unix. That's Unix, not Jubert.
Unix overtakes Infernus, now on the hunt for Rude Turtle.
Sorry, I read Jubber as they passed them through the pit lane, sorry. Just read on my screen, the person behind Rude Turtle at that moment I thought was Jubber. Thanks, Forza.
Okay. GTA Giraffe overtakes Jubert for 11th place. I was going to say Jubert is in the single figures of standings, that's new. But Unix is catching up heavily to Rude Turtle. The BMW is doing surprisingly well here today. It's showing that it has got some legs. And Rude Turtle and Unix are going side by side. Unix overtaken for 6th place. But will Rude Turtle be brave on those brakes?
He's trying for...
Unix going way too deep!
Turtle trying to look to get the bar eggs out of the corner. He's done so, but couldn't get the traction down as the wheels were spinning coming over the crest out of the chicane.
And now that has forced Rude Turtle right into the firing line of Infernus, who could be finishing on a 7th place here.
And no, they still have to pit, I believe. Unix and Typhoon are the first two people who've made their pit stops.
Good morning, Rue. How are you, my friend?
Good morning, Rue.
The closest battle currently on track is between Rude Turtle and Infernus, but Infernus gets a poor exit from turn 7, and that's dropped him far back behind Rude Turtle now. FS in chat saying, well, I'm calling it a day. The fatigue is getting to me and I need to let my mind rest. FS, get some very well-deserved rest, my friend. You deserve it. Thank you for coming out to the stream. Thank you for joining us. And we hope to see you back again on Friday with another fun fact of the race. And on Saturday for a little bit of Tourer action. And Rue replying, tired and sleepy, but I'm doing good. And how is our lovely commentary team today? Well, I'm as insane as ever. Joseo's got a new car and he's smitten with it. And Scotty is absolutely exhausted. We're doing amazingly well as ever. Thank you for asking, Rue. Anything I missed on that?
And how are you doing,
no.
Rue? Except for just waking up and having to feed the kids.
Are you joking? It's Rue. I think he's just woken up yet.
No, he's probably getting the kids ready for school.
Ah, true.
Meanwhile, we currently have Phoenix looking to return the favor on Typhoon and chase them down and repass them after Typhoon chased Max down earlier in the race.
Aaron McGrath has dived into the pits.
Yes, I did, Rue.
I must say, Crew must be confident that he's faster than Unix, because he hasn't pitted to try and cover off the undercut just yet,
I think
if I'm
he's
not
also pitting
mistaken.
not to be in too much traffic when he gets out. We just saw that Unix being in.
True, true. Aaron filtering out in 10th place, just behind Phoenix.
Is there anything tight happening on track? All our leaders are starting to approach back markers. This should shake things up for Google and possibly force them into the firing line of FTC Banana.
If I'm Google, I'd be thinking about pitting this lap. There's a lot of clear space behind them, but not too much in front of them as they are approaching that traffic, as you say. Meanwhile, Ren has come into the pits.
When Ren comes out the pits, they are going to be in so much traffic.
But Google Smurf on the back of the ID of Apollo now.
Yes, I have found it, Rue. I did have like a 3-hour drive home, so I did get to try some buttons on the way home.
That sounds a lot stranger than what it actually did for some reason.
That's just you, Metal.
I know it's just me, Scotty. Shush.
You and your mind sometimes, Metal.
What's wrong with my mind? It is perfectly insane.
Exactly!
And what's wrong with that?
Because we're all insane in this commentator's booth.
Apart from poor Scotty, we haven't corrupted him yet, but we will.
Meanwhile, Crew has just come into the pits, which leaves a lovely free space on the track for Google Smurf and Banana to pit. But just waiting on Unix. Crew had about a 30-second gap before entering the pits, but that's rapidly coming down now.
Google has lost some significant distance, well, advantage, should I say, to Banana, as they have halved their distance behind. And there is a multitude happening on the last corner. What the heck is happening
on Crow?
Unix has done it. Unix has made the undercut work and has come out just ahead of Crow.
Dave just stop watching me! What's wrong with paying attention to you a little bit, Infernus?
Rue says, let's test it. Cake!
Metal, that word was no-no'd at the start of this stream, if I remember correctly.
That's actually that's just for technically like 10 minutes.
Only no for 10 minutes.
Boring. Meanwhile, we have our two leaders, Google Smurf and Banana, both making their pit stop. Both of them should come out clear of
Infernus is
Crow.
trying to catch up to Root Turtle here. Infernus has certainly got the power advantage. Also, Scotty, if you say boring one more time, I will make it considerably less boring and hit you with your own little pot of gold.
I didn't realize this stream could get more boring.
Wow. Okay, where's your pot of gold? Where's your pot of gold? I say I'll tie him down.
And Banana is trying to chase down Google Smurf as they got like 4 or 5 laps to go.
We have got 5 laps remaining of this race, and they are counting down quicker than the due date for everyone's taxes.
Banana is starting to get into the firing range of Google Smurf to get for a dive, as they're now on the back long straight before the chicane.
Meanwhile, Max made a mistake at turn 1, and that's allowed Aaron to catch up for P6 when they by half a second separating them as they come out of turn 5. Phoenix in the Audi is going to struggle with straight line speed down the back straight, which could give Aaron a good opportunity here. Aaron opening up the entry to turn 7.
Fantastic opportunities to overtake Phoenix here.
Feels like Banana is closing a lot on the final leg of the track, but then losing it out after the chicane again.
Oh, nice little three-way battle between Apollo, Root Turtle, and Infernus. For 12th place, Apollo has got a little bit of distance on Root Turtle, but Infernus right on the rear of Root Turtle, right at the back of the pack.
Aaron looked on the inside of Phoenix into the chicane, but couldn't get the move to work. He follows him through. Phoenix gets a slide on through the final corner, but Aaron just gets caught behind his rear bumper. This is only going to allow Ren to close up furthermore with 4 laps to go.
And there's now Infernus attacking Root Turtle towards the canyon straight. Apollo in front. Dave gets in front, but Root Turtle gets tucked in behind. Oh, and Dave goes wide in the chicane. Oh, goes big on the grass on the final part of the chicane, allowing Root Turtle to get past again.
Max once again hanging the rear end of his Audi out through turn 5. Aaron having a look up the inside into turn 6. He's sending it, and he just slips in front.
Only just though. We're on the final 3 laps now of the race. If Genji wants to do something, they need to do it now. They've only got a finite amount of corners left. Let's see who else is close. And McGrath is still being hunted down by Phoenix and Ren now.
And what about Crow?
Oh, where is Crow? I haven't seen Crow for a while. Crow is still in a firm 4th place. He is a little down the road from Unix, so it's unlikely he's going to catch them at the end of this race unless Unix makes a mistake. And they have got considerable distance ahead of Typhoon, who is more in danger from 6th than they are of catching Crow. So Crow is in his own little world at the moment.
Max getting a little bit wide through turn 7s. They come on to the back straight. That allows Ren to get to his inside, which will be the outside for the chicane. But does he have enough momentum to get fully ahead before the braking zone? It looks like it. But will Phoenix fight back into the chicane? He's looking to the inside. He gets to Apex first. Can he hold position through the second part? He can indeed. Holds his bumper in front of Ren. Going a little bit defensive into the final corner. Can Ren get the bar run out of the exit? He has the run, I believe. He looks to the inside.
Oh, he's looking, he's seeking.
Phoenix holds it around the outside for now. 2 laps to go. Can Ren get past Phoenix, and then can he catch up to Aaron to get a couple of positions? He's looking everywhere he can. Phoenix using all the track on the exit of turn 5. That allows Ren to get a run to the outside of turn 6. They touch going into turn 6 now. This is only allowing Aaron to get further ahead. Phoenix up the inside tries to feed Ren out onto the curb on the exit of turn 7, but it's not enough. Ren, now with the momentum over the Audi, and the inside going towards the chicane, can he finally get this move done?
We are on the final lap now of the race for our race leaders. Google is still ahead, but Genji is so close. If Google just makes one mistake.
Sorry, Ren had the position. He had it going into the chicane, but he went in too deep and just give it up to Max again. He's hit the wall. He's hit the final corner.
Just losing it right before the end.
Oh.
And he's got 1 lap. And he
doesn't appear to have damage on my screen, but he's already lost a position to Giraffe as well. But he's looking to fight back.
Well, I think he must be super pissed since he does really want that position back.
Google on the final chicane. Banana hot in tow, but it won't be enough. Google rounding turn 11. Rounding turn 12. FTC Google is your race winner once again at Road to Atlanta. Back-to-back victories today.
Hold on a sec. Ren and Giraffe are still going side by side. They were swapping sides through turns 6 and 7, but it looks like Ren has got the position back after his mistake as they head down the back straight. Giraffe in the slipstream doesn't seem to be close enough to make any comeback.
FTC Google is your race winner, with FTC Banana followed coming second. GTA Unix finishing in third. Crow again just finishing outside the podium in fourth. FTC Typhoon finishing in fifth. Aaron McGrath in sixth. Phoenix in seventh. Ren in eighth. Giraffe in ninth. Jubert will hopefully be finishing in 10th. Crow in chat saying sad face, but GG. Crow, you have gained significant amount of points over Ren in the championships. So, points are points.
And Apollo and Ray Turtle were going side by side down the back straight at the end of the race. But Apollo getting P12, Ray Turtle 13th, ahead of Dave in 14th.
My word, was that some good racing today.
It was. Of course, we knew that last corner was going to cause some issues.
However, we have got to do the obligatory, and you know what the obligatory is?
You'll catch it next time on Thursday, where we're gonna go.
That's not the obligatory!
Don't
the
get ahead of
obligatory is
yourself.
driver of the day first!
Driver of the day. Do you guys have any suggestions?
My suggestion will be Google, because they fought hard against Crow and Banana, and they still drove a flawless race. So for me, it's Google for driver of the day. What about you, Scotty?
Google made it on those starts. The weight distribution allowing him to get great traction off the line. That's where it mattered for him, and he used it to great effect. Ren was a little bit disappointing today compared to where he usually is, so I can't give it to him. But he was, of course, unfortunately caught up in the lap 2 incident. And did decently well to come back to P8 after being last as we started lap 4. But yeah, overall, I've got to say, Google's probably my choice too.
I think that's a very reasonable choice as well, so I think we all agree.
We all agree. FTC Google is your driver of the day. But Haseo, take us out, my friend.
Like I was saying earlier, is you'll catch us next time on Thursday with Phil and Dave, where they're going through the photography Thursdays again. After that, you'll see us then Ferrari Challenge through the years. We're going to get the 430 Scuderia this week. And on Saturday, we're going to 12 hours of Sebring. And that's where you're going to see endurance rating. We might see some crashes, we might see some incidents, but it's going to be one hell of a race for 12 hours straight. Where we have 3 teams from ourselves joining 2 in the GT class and 1 in the AP class.
Ooh.
That's going to be definitely interesting. But that'll be all for tonight. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.